the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, basketball fans. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to 2K Sports. I'm here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. And tonight, it'll be the Memphis Grizzlies going up against the San Antonio Spurs. Checking out the Spurs, this is a team they knocked out in the first round in last year's playoffs, so they'd better be ready. Some extra motivation on this one. And you look around the league, many teams in the South can struggle with attendance. That has not been the case in Memphis, though, fellas.
You know, the basketball capital of the South. Memphis is a hoop city.
And
guess what? The barbecue on Bill Street is delicious.
Wow, the barbecue capital of the South.
What kind of barbecue do you get when you go? Is it chicken? Is it ribs? Is it Brunswick stew?
I get chickens. I get ribs.
Chickens. Not just one.
Oh,
you
yeah,
get
not just
multiple
one.
chickens.
I get chickens, I get beef, and I get the brontosaurus.
Okay.
The brontosaurus.
Just think about that big, Ernie.
Oh, wow.
Think about that big, Ernie.
Okay.
You can't eat it. You can't eat it by yourself.
Oh, wow. I didn't know they had the
Is that what Wilma gets too? And Barney and Betty? Good.
Well, Memphis, the capital of the South in basketball.
Basketball capital of the South.
You know,
I don't know if the folks in Atlanta are going to be wild about Memphis getting that.
But the Grizzlies, they fit just fine. We like them.
Yeah. Oh, that does it for us.
Yes.
Kevin Harlan with the call. We'll see you a bit later.
Wilma!
We've got NBA basketball in store for you. We're live at the AT&T Center in San Antonio, Texas, the home of the Spurs, live on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and on the sideline, David Aldridge. It's out on the road tomorrow as the Spurs wrap up this home stretch. No question they've got this game penciled in as a win, but they still have to go out and make plays. They'll look to take an early lead, then try to get this one over early.
And there's history, some bad blood between these two teams that makes it all the more interesting.
These are two clubs that know each other well, the strengths, the weaknesses. It's going to be a tactical battle.
And the starting group for the Grizzlies. Evans the 2 with Parsons at the 3. In the post, it's Green and Gasol together. And it's Conley in at the 1 spot. Tyreke Evans, the 4th pick back in 2009, won Rookie of the Year.
averaged 20 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists right off the bat. And it's been about the injuries in terms of what's held him back. If he can stay healthy, and that's a big if, the talent is obvious.
Even though he's still more of a long two-point shooter, Tony's increased his range over the years.
Conley kicks to Gasol. Over Gasol. Gasol, no good.
And this is a guy that can get you stops, aggressive on the defensive end.
Also doing a good job of tracking the ball, contesting the mid-range jumper as well.
Now here's Parker. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Dallas.
He also was very good distributing the basketball, keeping guys involved and engaged all night. Wow, he had it at point-blank range, but the defense was all over him.
To the middle, here's Green. Oh, tried to dunk it home, but drew the foul, and he'll go to the line. That's on LaMarcus Aldridge. Michael Green was undrafted out of Alabama, an all-star in the D-League, played abroad, now in his 4th season in the NBA.
You know, Kevin, he has been one of the best value contracts in the league, making the minimum salary even as a starter on a playoff team. You know he's been looking forward to his next deal.
That free throw missing. And Jermichael Green, undrafted out of Alabama, played a few seasons in the D-League, Greg, but in his 3rd season, a full-time starter in the league with Memphis.
And the Grizzlies like his ability to space the floor from that power forward position. It shows you where the game is going. Face-up skills and mobility coveted at that 4 spot.
And he's good on the second.
You've got to love the journey Jermichael Green has taken to get into the league, really clawing his way into this team's rotation thanks to his tremendous work ethic.
Now here's Green, coming in off a 10-point performance last game out. Here's Gasol, and Gasol sends it back. Evans dishes to Gasol. Gasol, a screen on Parker. In the corner, Parsons with it. Evans outside to the right side. Moves back up. Conley into the lane. Excellent D there from Parker.
That's one of his shots in his arsenal, but it was terrific rim protection.
Once again off the mark by San Antonio. The Grizzlies have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Conley, the pass to Gasol. Evans kicks to Parsons. Pass to Green. That's in, coming off the assist from Parsons.
Well, you leave a guy that open with Parsons on the floor, and you know he's going to find him.
To the paint, Gasol with the steal. Parsons attacking, and Parsons slams it in.
Ooh, quick hands on the steal, and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and offensively.
Terrific defensive instincts to come away with that one, and he showed no hesitation in how he completed that transition opportunity.
Kept alive, Aldridge. And he uses the glass on the layup.
The wingspan, the timing, Aldridge devastating on the offensive glass.
Conley against Parker. Conley dishes to Gasol. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
Yeah, good awareness there. He sees an opening and doesn't hesitate.
A lot of laziness going on out there. Still early in the game, but that needs to get worked out.
Yeah, blown opportunity after the 2-man game creates a terrific look.
That's how it's drawn up. That is, everything but the finish.
And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Evans. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Gasol, a screen on Parsons. And it's Parker in the corner. Falls through. He's now made 2 of 4.
Sneaking inside, converting the high percentage look. Something Parker does well.
Conley kicks to Green. Good-looking screen by Gasol. Here's Parsons. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist.
He turned on the Jets. As soon as he got that screen, they went right to the hole. Great decision-making there.
Parker against Conley. Parker passes to Gasol. And out of bounds as Memphis gains possession. Just a moment to look back at how things were last season for this team as we look at the shot breakdown for Memphis.
And you can see how big a role the three-point shot played in their offense. They were determined to spread the floor and just kind of open things up through their long-range game.
And the Grizzlies leading by 4. Conley with it. He picked up 12 points in their last win against Brooklyn. He kicks it to Gasol. Shot clock at 6. That's tipped. Gasol with the steal. Outside, Green. Spurs working the ball around now. Snatched up. Another shot. Aldridge. Good.
Great concentration by Aldridge. Lots of heat on him in there. Doesn't matter.
It's Evans on the wing. Back to Conley. Evans outside. Parsons for 3. Gasol with the rebound. The Spurs have gone 4 of 10 shooting the ball here in the first quarter.
With the acquisition of LaMarcus Aldridge, the Spurs going against the grain. Most teams going small and shooting threes. Aldridge, a big forward who loves the mid-range.
Misses off the right iron. San Antonio trailing here. Anderson right side. Gasol dishes to Parker. No good. That would have tied it. And with Aldridge in the paint alongside another 7-footer, the Spurs have plenty of length inside.
Yeah, they do. LaMarcus Aldridge with pretty good mobility for a player his height. He's able to move his feet defensively and cover the pick and roll perfectly.
Now Anderson after the missed 3 from Marc Gasol. He feeds it to Conley from the arc. Another miss by Conley. And San Antonio shooting 33% here in the first quarter. Gets a hand on it, and Gasol able to finish. Gasol's got his first basket.
Love the high activity of Conley on defense, keeping his arms moving all the time to create problems for the opposition.
Up and in, it's good. First basket of the game for him. 1 for 4 shooting.
Excellent play call there. The defense was not prepared for the pick, and as a result, they gave up the wide open look.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game. They come into this one following the loss to the Mavericks.
Yeah, they were able to keep it close for the most part, but you could just tell they were not in sync as a unit.
Communication seemed to be missing, and if you want to come away with a lot of wins, you have to have that.
And Steve, in your playing days, you always struck that balance, I always thought, between calling your own number and creating for teammates. That's a real gift.
It is, and I think the value of playing winning basketball, Kevin, is whatever play dictates making your teammates better or making the winning play. I think a lot of guys right now get caught up in stats. Whatever's the play to help your team win, that's the play that needs to be made.
Yeah, well said. So San Antonio goes with a fresh 5 on the floor. Ginobili with the ball. Now defended by McLemore. They set the pick. Here's Gay. Shot's good by Laverne. Laverne's got the game tied up here for the Spurs.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Over to the wing. Davis down low, defended by Laverne. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. Let's check out the leaders in field goal percentage as a team. In the 3rd spot, the Spurs.
So patient on the offensive end. I mean, they're not going to force shots, and it's that selectiveness that's yielded such an impressive field goal percentage.
The Grizzlies shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
First free throw is good. And the Grizzlies, a much improved three-point shooting team last season, Steve. They went from one of the very worst to the middle of the pack a season ago.
Well, they couldn't find perimeter shooter on the wing. They have good shooting big man in Gasol and JaMychal Green. Coach Fizdale's encouraged them to let it fly. He told Marc Gasol if he didn't take 4 a game, he'd sit him down.
And so Chalmers nails both of them. Spurs shooting just about an even 40% to start. And Mills kicks to Gay. Pass to Mills. And it's Gay at the elbow. Back to Mills. That one doesn't drop. Great D that time from Davis. McLemore, the pass to Ennis. Gay with the block.
A pretty good defender. Gay using that 7'3" wingspan well. Get that shot out of here.
The dish now to Mills. They set the screen. Forbes. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. Memphis leading. The pass to Wright. Outside for Davis. Back to Wright. Memphis moving it around. Here's McLemore. The rebound by the Spurs.
Fantastic rim protection. That's not in his wheelhouse to overcome.
And out of bounds as the Grizzlies gain possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Memphis has gone 0 of 4 from three-point land to start out. Looking cold from outside. Now here's Chalmers. Covered by Mills. And that one good. And the Grizzlies lead by 4.
Absolutely fearless. I mean, a nice subtle adjustment there going up against Wimp.
Well, this is where he shows both skill and body control along with the attack mindset.
Now here's Ginobili. He's coming off a 10-point game against Dallas. Gay kicks to Laverne. And Davis sends it back. And he recovers it. And he gets the bucket. Now Chalmers, 11 points for him in that last game against Brooklyn. He dishes it to Wright. Now here's McLemore. He's guarded closely. Basket good.
I love how he establishes his post position inside before he converts.
And here's Mills for 3. The shot misses. And it's Memphis the other way. They're coming off that win against the Nets.
And I know the defense wasn't great, but yet and still their ability to stay composed was impressive.
When things come too easy, it's easy to lose focus. But they held each other accountable and played hard.
Spurs trail by 4. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Off the screen. Here's Laverne, and there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And the foul goes against Memphis. And guys, you think of some of the more slippery scorers that are left-handed, like James Harden, Isaiah Thomas, Manu Ginobili. They come to mind right off the bat. Does that give them, Steve, I'll begin with you, does that give them an advantage?
It does, Kevin, and people always would ask me why. Because I don't know why. They're left-handed. They do things different. They do things wrong. They jump off the wrong foot. They drive it differently. And I think mentally as a right-handed guy, you're kind of guarding him how you would play. But left-handers definitely have an advantage playing the game of basketball.
Both shots good from the stripe. And back when Dave Yeager was the coach of the Grizzlies, Steve, he admitted they were slow and old. Is that still the case? Does this team need to get more athletic?
Yeah, I think they do. They play at a slow offensive pace. They don't get a lot of transition points. Their outside shooting has improved, but they can use more athletes.
Now, here's Chalmers. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. And Laverne kicks to Ginobili. Steve, what a treat to see Manu Ginobili in his 40s still doing what he does best.
You know, Pop says he never wants Manu to retire. Said he wants to use him like a bar of soap till there's nothing left.
Take a break.
And as a former teammate of his, I don't want to see him go either.
And that one falls for Ginobili. That one drops. He ties it up. And Greg Popovich, also the head coach of the U.S. national men's basketball team, a former military man himself, and of course, guys, very passionate about his country.
You're totally right, Kevin. He's been outspoken, but his actions speak even louder. Doing a lot of charity work in San Antonio for disadvantaged youth. He cares, his players know it, and it's a part of what makes him a great man.
1:14 left to play in the first. And Mills kicks to Forbes. Gay against Wright. The 11-footer, and Davis pulls it down.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Nice shot by Ginobili. Ginobili's got the game tied up here for San Antonio.
You can't forget about Ginobili's activity defensively. He does a great job of using his hands to come up with steals.
And so the ball out of bounds. Davis touched it last. San Antonio's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Ginobili dishes to Laverne. Feeds to Mills. Banked in off the glass. Mills has got his first bucket of the night.
You know, he's not someone who spends a ton of time in the painted area, but Patty Mills looking comfortable on that one.
From deep, McLemore. Mills with the rebound. And San Antonio shooting in this first quarter around 38%. They're looking a bit creaky out there.
Boy, I'll tell you, from mid-range, Rudy's shot mechanics look effortless.
Davis sets a screen. Now here's McLemore outside. No good on the shot. And out of bounds as Memphis gains possession. And so the first quarter is in the books. It's San Antonio. They finish off the first quarter on a 12-4 run. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. And a chance to hear from Tony Parker, who said he lives for the challenge of continuing to improve.
I always try to improve and get better, and Pop always challenged me. He came to me and he said, you know, good players, they can have a great season, but the great players, they have many great seasons. So he said, what you want to be?
And in Tony Parker's case, great is what he wanted to be and has been for a long time.
You know, that's great because that shows Pop's and why he's one of the best in the game. You got to be able to drive and motivate and also give the confidence. And that's what's happened with Tony Parker. Remember when he first came on the scene, it was not a cakewalk for him. He had his struggles, and now we're talking about a guy who's going to be in the Hall of Fame.
And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And guys, what's your take on the Spurs so far?
I tell you what, that first quarter, you can see the game plan is a commitment to offensive rebounding.
That's their mindset, and these extra possessions have been converted into a lead.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the court right now for the Spurs, Mills and Manu at the guards. Laverne is out there with Rudy Gay, and it's Forbes in at the small forward. We all know just how physically strong NBA players are, Steve, but they have to be mentally tough as well. How about in that category? Who has the best mental toughness, guys you've observed?
I look at a guy that loves the big moment right now. Top of the list has to be a Kyrie Irving, LeBron James, the great ones. Russell Westbrook, I mean, his focus, and James Harden. Those are the guys that stick out for me, that just come in and night out. Al Horford, mental toughness. You love those guys because their mental toughness match their skill set. They usually have great results.
Now here's McLemore. Right, the pass to McLemore. Over Ginobili. No good on the shot, a bit long that time.
And you know what? He's just not on his game, no doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
Here is Forbes. They lead by 6, their biggest margin. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Kawhi Leonard has become a go-to scorer, but his focus still starts at the defensive end. He said, my mindset is the same every game. Whoever I'm playing against, I go in and try to stop their best scorer and then try to get myself going on the offensive end. Kevin?
And David, that's what you get with Kawhi. Mr. Consistency, one of the best two-way players in the game. Here's Laverne, following the score by Memphis. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Here's Mills. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. And last season, Patty Mills averaging the most assists of his career. In fact, he was the highest efficiency player rated on the Spurs.
You know what? He says becoming more of a leader has helped him grow as a playmaker. He's enjoying his new role.
Two shots.
Free throw good, Mills.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
The Spurs making a switch here. Anderson's checked in, and Memphis also making a switch. Marc Gasol is checked in for Deontay Davis. And both free throws good for Mills.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
No coverage that time. And that's now 6 points for Marc Gasol. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played. And Mills kicks to Laverne. Ginobili outside. They set the pick. Gay against Wright. Off the screen, and then Gay with the dunk.
And despite some recent injuries, Rudy Gay showing a great burst on that drive.
Chalmers dishes to Gasol. And there's the feed to Ennis. Back to Gasol. 6 to shoot. And Marc Gasol, one of the best passing big men in the NBA. He averages as many assists as a lot of starting point guards.
You know what? As a terrific passer at the center spot and shooter, he's a zone buster in that high post. Great vision, and he can see over the top of the defense.
It's his first trip to the line.
This season, 88% on the line, so he has been in a comfort zone.
And that one falls for Marc Gasol. And Marc Gasol last season setting a career high in scoring almost 20 points a game.
You know what? He's always had that ability. But what it is, he's so unselfish. His teammates have been encouraging him for years to look for his shot.
Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. Pau Gasol is checked in for Laverne. Aldridge comes in for Rudy Gay. Green, he's checked in for Manu Ginobili. And Tony Parker subbed in for Patty Mills. Conley against Parker. Here's Gasol. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Gasol.
Let's see the stat sheet here on Mike Conley. he's been more than solid over the last month. 5th in assists, 15th in three-point shooting, and he's among the top 20 free throw shooters in the league. Doesn't waste many opportunities at the line.
And as you said, dropping dimes at a top 5 pace. He's in total command of his team. They look to him for leadership, and he does not disappoint. And a fast break now for the Spurs. And Green gets it to go. Green's got the lead up to 6 now for the Spurs.
Fast break execution. Danny Green knows where he's supposed to be and seals the deal.
Conley kicks to Gasol. A rebound by Gasol. Gasol's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Spurs leading by 6. Outside, Green. Here's Aldridge. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. And that's now 6 points for LaMarcus Aldridge. Conley, the pass to Gasol. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Inside, Parsons. No good. It's the Spurs taking it the other way. Over in the corner, Green from downtown. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Gasol's got his 4th rebound in this one. Parsons dishes to Green. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. They get Paul Gasol.
A trickier cover than he gets credit for. JaMychal Green catches the defender out of position.
And Steve, when you reach this midway point of the season, the All-Star break approaching, how many teams are looking forward to get some rest at this stage?
I think a lot. I think sometimes when you have guys have that nagging injuries, you're looking for that break. Some teams that have been playing their best, you want to just get some time away, and hopefully you can come back after All-Star break. So having this week-long All-Star breaks now, it helps the body, it helps the mind, and a lot of these teams, it gets them back on track.
Kind of hit that reset button, huh?
Yes, I've been hitting that a lot.
And the Spurs with Pau Gasol and LaMarcus Aldridge up front. A huge front court, long front court. Steve, is that something they can stick with when teams like the Warriors go small?
No, I don't think so, Kevin. That's a challenge for them. Aldridge has to cover the 4 in those situations, and Gasol just doesn't have the lateral mobility at this point in his career.
And for the Grizzlies, chemistry and continuity have been a strength, but we're seeing some roster changes too.
Yeah, we are. Vets who have helped establish this team starting to move aside. Age is a factor for this group. Also a move by the team to adapt to modern pace and space basketball.
And that's out of bounds. San Antonio will retain possession. Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. You look at San Antonio, off to a great start this season, currently in 2nd. And of course the Grizzlies. They're looking to turn it around down at the bottom of the conference now.
And for the Grizzlies, they weren't part of the discussion of teams on the rise as we came into the year. And now, quite frankly, we know why. If anything, they've taken a step back.
They really have. And maybe it's not the time to close the book on their season just yet, but that time isn't far off.
Now here's Gasol. He's coming off a 16-point game against Dallas.
You know what? I also like how he attacked the glass, gave a terrific effort in that department. When you think about a great system and great execution, you think of the San Antonio Spurs. Not the most athletic team. You won't see a bunch of dunks or fast break points. If you love the game, you have to admire how they get things done.
Two shots.
Free throw, good, Anderson. And we've seen a litany of role players come to San Antonio and shoot guys career highs.
Well, you know, especially shooters. This offense gets them the cleanest look they can ask for. There's no great secret in their strategy. It's all in the execution.
That one is no good. The Grizzlies trail by 8. Conley inside the line. The basket good off the assist from Evans. Conley's got his second bucket of the game to go.
No way to contest Conley on the catch and shoot. He's so fast at getting his shot off.
Parker kicks to Green. Pass to Aldridge. They kick it out to Green. Sinks the triple. Green's got 5 points now in the quarter.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
Outside Gasol. Dishes it to Green. Rejected by Gasol.
And for his career among active players, Pau Gasol top 3 in block shots.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. So timeout called here. The first for Memphis. And LaMarcus Aldridge missing a few weeks last season over concerns with the heart flutter, something he dealt with much earlier in his career with the Blazers around his rookie season.
You know, scary, Kevin, but it's great to see him healthy and playing the game he loves. Those kind of challenges make you appreciate life and doing what you love.
The Grizzlies trail by 11. Conley kicks to Parsons. Outside Gasol. Memphis moving that ball around. Parsons outside. And again, Memphis no good. San Antonio's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter.
When you miss a lay-in, it sort of sucks the energy out of your team.
Here's Conley. Here's Green. Goes back up. He lays it in. Green's got 6 points.
Quick off the floor for these offensive rebounds. Green's 7'2" wingspan. It helps him snatch them.
Kicks it to Aldridge. Aldridge double teamed, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Grizzlies will take it.
And let's take a look at some numbers for LaMarcus Aldridge. Averaging about 15 points, 11 rebounds, and just over 2 blocks. What incredible numbers. He has been a beast.
You know what? Everything is coming so easy for him right now, operating on the highest level.
Gasol, a screen on Parker. It's stolen by Green. Pass to Gasol. Evans with the steal. Gasol passes to Conley. Back to Gasol. He kicks to Conley. Lob pass to Gasol. That one, no good.
And the play looked good there for a second, just couldn't finish.
Well, the pass has to be on point. Then the catch and flush just doesn't work out here.
The Grizzlies trail by 9. Here's Parsons. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. Well, a max contract last season for Chandler Parsons, despite, Greg, his history of knee injuries. That was a bold move by the Grizzlies.
Yeah, and they needed a great two-way wing player for years. Hopefully, Parsons can get healthy and fulfill that role for this team.
He misses the free throw.
And for the Grizzlies, Chandler Parsons was the biggest free agent signing in franchise history. They've got to hope his knees allow him to make a big-time impact.
And he sinks the second. And the Grizzlies financially capped out from the Parsons signing. They owed their first-round pick to Portland this last summer. Their 2019 pick goes to Boston. Steve, how do they surround their stars with talent now?
Great question. 7 straight playoff seasons, going for 8. The upside to compete for a title appears elusive. What they have to do is have this group catch fire and get them over the hump.
Use that pick to get in close. 6 points for Mike Conley.
Not shy at all of taking it inside. Mike Conley comfortable scoring amongst the tall timber.
Here's Aldridge, and Aldridge slams it in.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
If you aren't going to at least step in front of him, you can't be surprised when he throws it down like that.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
The Grizzlies had made 7 free throws and missed 3 in this game. And that one falls for Evans.
Evans is a nice player, a guy who can play multiple positions, an effective scorer.
Parker against Conley. Parker kicks to Aldridge. He feeds it to Gasol, and Gasol slams it in.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard. Pass to Green. Conley with the screen on Aldridge. Green kicks to Evans. Here's Conley. Rebound San Antonio. Gasol's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Parker dishes to Green. Right side Aldridge. Over Green. Offensive rebound. Gasol passes to Green. Goes up again. No good from Gasol.
And you see why his reputation is so strong defensively. He allows no separation.
And so many defenses are not designed to take away the mid-range jumper, but he's given nothing away.
And here's Green outside. Green with the rebound.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
That one good for 2. Evans has got 5 now.
Tyreek is good at playing bigger than his size. A great finisher, close to the cup.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. This, of course, their first opportunity to play Memphis this season.
Yeah, some history here, though. Of course, they won that first-round series in last year's playoffs and ended up sending them packing.
And David Fisdale, 8 seasons in Miami as an assistant coach, including 2 seasons as assistant head coach. He's been a top coaching prospect for years.
Well, he's dreamed of becoming a head coach. What he does is he has an unbelievable work ethic. He's determined. Also, he has a great feel for the game, and he has a great relationship with his players and the city of Memphis.
So San Antonio goes with a fresh 5 on the floor. No good from Gay. The Grizzlies trail by 7. And Chalmers kicks to Wright. And finished off by Wright.
The explosiveness of Wright. He can get off the floor quickly.
San Antonio's gotten into trouble with the 3 ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. Spurs passing it around. Shots good by Mills.
Excellent play call there. The defense was not prepared for the pick, and as a result, they gave up the wide open look.
Now, here's Chalmers. Now the dish to Ennis. Rebounded by the Spurs.
He got the space he needed, but just blew the layup. It hurts me to see points lost like that.
The Grizzlies trail by 8. And Chalmers kicks to Wright. Here's Ennis. Misses the 3.
And battling hard on the glass, they hold the advantage here so far.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, guys, David Fisdale was one of the most respected assistant coaches in the league before he took over in Memphis last season. He spent 8 seasons in Miami, where LeBron James played for him. And LeBron said he has every quality that would fit a head coach. He's confident in his ability, a great learner, a great communicator. So it was great to see him get the nod, and he's proven so far why he's capable of the job. Kevin?
And an endorsement from LeBron is never a bad thing, D.A. Thanks so much.
Nice interior passing, and then the strong finish.
Ginobili kicks to Gay. Another miss by Gay.
Looking a little tentative on a very makeable shot, and this one was uncontested.
Here's Ennis. He shoots again. Davis kicks to McLemore. Off target with his three.
Yeah, another missed opportunity, and you can just see the frustration.
He wants to help his team, but when you're in position to finish, it's hard to turn that down.
And Forbes kicks to Gay. Now the pass to Mills. A three-pointer off the mark. Here is Chalmers. Down low, and the dunk by McLemore.
And hard to decide which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
There's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop. And so it's San Antonio, with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Here with Coach Greg Popovich. Pop, what do you think was the key to having such a strong first half?
We played good D.
That was 4 words. Thanks, Pop. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
We so hope you enjoyed our first half. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. This is the halftime report. A pretty close game for the Spurs throughout the first quarter. Their largest deficit of the period was just 4 points. They were right there within shouting distance the entire time. Checking out the Spurs. Kenny, what was your take on San Antonio?
Well, there was one pleasant surprise, and that was the bench. They gave them a big lift. Those guys came into the game, they did all the dirty work, and they scored baskets.
Shaq, your take on Memphis.
I love it. You know why I love it, Ernie? Because they're getting the ball inside and converting, not just sitting back behind the line shooting threes. See, that's kept the defense scrambling a little bit, unable to lock in on anything. Get it in, we'll kick it back out, then you shoot it.
That's it for halftime, as the second half is just about to get underway.
A grand view of the well-attended Alamo on a beautiful night as we welcome you back to San Antonio. It is definitely worth the visit. And it's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first half. Third quarter starting here now. Nice game. Great performance by LaMarcus Aldridge.
I'll tell you, the scoring he gave them in the first half really made the difference.
Credit his teammates recognizing the hot hand.
Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. Both teams battling hard through the first half. So on the floor for Memphis. Parsons on the outside at 3 with Green at power forward. Tyreek Evans out there with Conley. And it's Gasol in at the center position. Now here's Green with the fadeaway. And that one comes up a bit short.
I can tell you right now, the coach loved everything about that shot except the result.
Evans dishes to Conley. Gasol with the rebound. Gasol's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Green passes to Aldridge. He gets it in there. Aldridge has got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for San Antonio. And it's Evans in the corner. Back to Conley. Parsons on the wing. He's covered by Anderson. And the shot is good. The Spurs lead has been cut to just 5 on the basket from Parsons. Parker kicks to Green. He dishes it to Aldridge. Over Green. That shot is off. Now Memphis takes it the other way. And Steve, as the big three in San Antonio age and retire, how big was it for San Antonio to sign the All-Star LaMarcus Aldridge?
You know, it's huge, Kevin, a Texas native, and it's easy to see why he chose the Spurs. It's been interesting to see him integrate his game into their system.
Gasol, a screen on Conley. Parker dishes to Gasol. Back to Parker. Tries from 10, and Aldridge gets it to go on the assist by Parker. That's 12 points for LaMarcus Aldridge.
In the zone, boy, Aldridge making it look easy.
Outside Conley, over to the wing. Here's Gasol, over Gasol. That is good, and the Spurs lead is cut down to just 3 in the basket from Marc Gasol.
A solid beginning to this second half offensively. 3 for 4 from the floor.
Right side Aldridge. Feeds it to Gasol. Second shot opportunity, and the layup is good. Gasol's got 6 points.
Easy bucket for Powell. Failed to block him out. He'll hover around the offensive boards all day.
Gasol up top, defended by Gasol. Evans attacking, and Gasol sends it back. A second chance effort, and Green with the lay-in. Green's got his 3rd basket of the night.
One of the premier playmaking big men in the league, Marc Gasol finding the open man.
Aldridge sets up the pick now for Parker. Green against Aldridge. That shot off the mark. Great D that time from Green. Good D by Parker.
And guys, there's a lot to like here defensively. That shot almost ends up in the stands.
And he was not quite in position to block the shot, but the result is all the same. Woo, that's the one when you watch the film back, he's going to cringe. He couldn't ask for a better opportunity.
Nice catch and finish on the alley-oop. Now just a 1-point San Antonio lead.
You can't afford to leave one of Conley's teammates wide open. He will make you pay.
The Spurs have gone 3 of 8 so far in the 3rd quarter, looking to lock in that rhythm. Parker passes to Anderson. Aldridge against Green. And here we go. The Grizzlies on a fast break. Parsons running over Anderson, and the Grizzlies tack on 2 more.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Parker kicks to Anderson. There's the feed to Gasol. Spurs working the ball around now. From 8. Here's Anderson. Got a hand on it.
And Parsons with the heads-up play on defense.
It's stolen by Green. Outside Aldridge. Gasol a screen, and looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
And those are the kinds of mistakes that are magnified when we're talking about a game down the stretch.
The Grizzlies on offense. They're on a 13-4 run right now. Conley against Parker. And Gasol sends it back. Teardrop shot, and it's laid in by Parker. Parker's got 9.
Another thing that makes Tony a tough cover, you try to keep him from the rim, but the floater is really one of his best shots.
Now here's Gasol. He's got 10. Whistle blows. Yep, that's going to be a travel. San Antonio leading. Parker outside. Passes it to Gasol. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. That's now 8 points for Pau Gasol.
As a center, this is what you're up against. Gasol well-schooled at scoring in traffic.
Evans against Green. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there. The Grizzlies have attempted 11 free throws today and converted 8 of them.
2 shots.
The first free throw is good. And some changes here for the Spurs. Rudy Gay's checked in for Anderson, and it's Mills in for Danny Green. Both good from the line that time. Spurs have gone 5 of 12 from the field since the third quarter got underway. Gasol kicks to Gay. Dishes it to Aldridge. Outside Gasol. Aldridge with a screen on Conley. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Rejected by Gasol.
Gasol with those long arms is a shot blocking expert, especially down low.
This game has a lot of character here in the third period. 6 changes of the lead here.
Intensity is the theme for this one.
Outside Aldridge. Gasol against Gasol. And it comes off the front of the rim. The Grizzlies have gone 7 of 11, a lucky field goal percentage here in the third. Conley dishes to Gasol. Gasol with the steal. And oh, here we go. Gay's got it, the fast break chance. Parsons with the rebound. Parsons got 4 rebounds now tonight. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That one on Parker.
Tyreek is an aggressive player, does a great job forcing the issue close to the rim.
He's made all 3 of his free throws so far.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw missing. So Memphis going with almost an entire new group here. Davis is checked in for Gasol. Wright comes in for Green. McLemore's checked in for Chandler Parsons. And Fresh subbed in for Mike Conley. He hits the second from the line. San Antonio trailing here. Mills passes to Gay. Now here's Mills, defended by Chalmers. They get the rebound. Tries again. Misses the layup.
And forcing the miss there, he just knows how to pressure you defensively.
And also protecting the rim at all costs. I love the anticipation to affect the shot.
Now here's Chalmers. And here's Evans outside. Memphis the rebound. Here's Davis. Another shot. And he sinks the layup. Davis has got the lead up to 4 now for the Grizzlies.
Really nice job to convert the putback opportunity there. I mean, he stayed with that play from start to finish. That's something we say about him a lot.
Now here's Mills. He has 7. Shot to stop the run. Kicks it out to Ginobili. Shot clock at 6. A second chance effort. And it's Wright sending it back.
The reach of Wright on display. You have to account for his shot blocking.
But they get it back. Over in the corner, Chalmers. Shoots over Mills. And the basket by Chalmers. Chalmers has got 6. And so it's San Antonio with it. They trail by 6. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And Mills kicks to Gay. Buries the long-range jumper. He's got 9.
This is the confidence Rudy has in himself, looking to score as soon as he gets the rock.
Chalmers dishes to Evans. Back to Chalmers. Kicks to Wright. Now here's McLemore outside. San Antonio with the rebound. And here is Ginobili. He's got 6. The shot from the low post is good.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Evans left side. Rebound San Antonio. Laverne's got 7 rebounds in the game.
He's hit a rough patch this quarter. He's trying to shoot his way out of it, though.
Memphis has gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime.
And when you watch Rudy Gay out there on the court, you see just why he's always been a solid scorer in our league. I mean, any situation, any type of offense, he can find a way to get points, and really one of the more underrated players we have in our league.
Gay with the block, and he recovers it, and they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. James Ennis will check in for the Grizzlies. A tight game here in San Antonio. And with Rudy Gay, scoring, Greg, has never been a problem for him. Has pretty much had the same level of production his entire career.
Yeah, and if you say that about some players, it's considered an insult, but it's a good thing for Gay. Usually will shoot in the mid-40s for his field goal percentage, and solid at that small forward position. Also a great ISO game.
Perfect vision. Mills getting quicker these days at spotting the open man.
McLemore with the ball. He has 6. Looking to get back on track here. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. And a moment here to look at where the shots have been coming from for Memphis.
And every time he's pulled up from deep and let it fly, it's found a way to catch iron. Not sure if it is something with his release or the defense is bothering him on his threes, but I would expect him to attack the rim a bit just to kind of mix things up.
Shoot 2.
And the first one drops. And McLemore drops them both. One item that stood out, their ball movement.
Things are definitely clicking, and more importantly, it makes it really hard to defend. More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Now, here's Chalmers. He has 6. And some of these distributors have been very out from beyond the arc this season. The best 3-point shooting point guards in the league. You look at Mills, 3rd in the NBA. He's someone that if you leave him alone, he's going to knock it down.
You know, if there are no other options available, any of these guys can just step back and knock down a triple. Great backup plan for any point guard to have.
It is. The ball is in their hands, and these guys feel comfortable stepping back behind that line and knocking it down.
That free throw, no good. And he's good on the second. Spurs shooting not looking too good out there in the second half, right around 32%. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. There's a screen. Ginobili the pass to Laverne. Layup off the pick. No good on the layup.
I can't believe he hasn't hit a shot all period. Someone else needs to step up and help close the gap.
Over in the corner, Chalmers. Here's Davis. And he makes good on the layup. Davis has got 4 points this quarter.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded out game.
And Mills kicks to Laverne. Gay against Davis. Now here's Gay. Defense is right there.
And it doesn't even matter that he's surrounded on that possession. He's got the size to pull those boards down anyway.
There's 25 seconds left in the third. Chalmers, a wide open look here for Wright. Tries again, and Davis can't get it to go. Spurs trail by 4. And Mills kicks to Forbes, and it's Wright sending it back. Loads it up for Davis. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. The third quarter comes to a close. Grizzlies lead by 4. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling right here on 2K Sports. A chance now to hear Greg Popovich talking to his team just moments ago.
Only difference is competitiveness. Stick with the strategy, stick with each other. Long night, keep competing, keep pounding, keep pounding. It ain't about any one person, it's about us and how we do.
Banding together the guys, Greg Popovich preaching toughness and unity.
Yeah, and Pop really zeroes in on the fight. He's one of those guys, if you don't play your hardest, you don't play.
All right, we welcome you back to what's been a hard-fought battle. Fourth quarter should be good. Rudy Gay is out there with Laverne. And it's Mills. And there's Anderson. And it's Forbes in at the 2 spot. That's the San Antonio 5.
Coming down the stretch here, holding the lead. You like him to be more efficient offensively.
Now here's Mills. Anderson kicks to Laverne. No good from the wing. And the Grizzlies leading by 4. And it's Chalmers that time on the assist for McLemore. Chalmers has got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for the Grizzlies. Here's Mills. Pass to Forbes. Anderson the screen. Forbes dishes to Gay. Over Ennis. And no good. Trying to use the glass.
And they have built their advantage on the scoreboard here by doing all the little things.
Wright outside. Wright sets a screen for Davis. Shot clock at 5. Here's Ennis. Gets the three-pointer to fall. And now it's a 9-point Grizzly lead.
This is what these perimeter plays are designed to produce. Quality looks for spot-on shooters.
The 3 from Mills. Knocks down the 3 ball.
All day, Mills will do this for you. Lightning quick on the catch and release.
Timeout called, the Grizzlies. So it's both teams making substitutions here. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Well, I was able to listen in on what Coach Fizdale was going over with his team. It was pretty clear-cut to them. He said, look, we need to play with some edge out there. I don't care what the lead is. Do not back off.
It's good. And the Grizzlies lead by 8.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Green, the pass to Gasol. Good-looking screen by Gasol. Here's Aldridge. He can't get that one. Good D by Gasol. And the Grizzlies leading by 8. Here's Conley. Offensive rebound. Gasol kicks to Conley. We're in the fourth quarter here. Just under 2.5 minutes gone. Here's Gasol. Again, the miss by Gasol. For San Antonio, they've gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. Stolen by Michael Conley. Here's Parsons, and Parsons slams it in.
And when Chandler Parsons gets it going, there isn't a lot you can do to slow him down. Everything is working.
And turnovers have been the issue for him.
You can see the coaches have gotten into him a little bit about this. They've got to do a better job of taking care of the ball.
Now, here's Parker. They kick it out to Green. 6 on the shot clock. Second chance shot. Shot is good, and the Memphis lead's cut down to just 8 points with the bucket from Aldridge.
Not a specialty of Aldridge's when he entered the league. Now one of the better catch-and-shoot bigs in the game.
Gasol setting the pick for Conley. Lob pass to Gasol. Gasol with the steal. Oh, and here we go. Green's got it, the fast break chance. And there's the call on James Ennis. That's his first foul. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. It's Gasol missing. Memphis leading by 8. Here's Ennis, and it's sent back by Aldridge.
Great effort there. Aldridge sniffs out the shot, sends it back.
And that one's good. Parker.
Yeah, going to the floater right there. That was pretty.
Grizzlies have gone 4 of 8 in this fourth quarter, shooting an even 50% from the field. Green dishes to Parsons, and Gasol sends it back. Green with the ball. Now guarded by Ennis. Conley against Parker. Gasol, a screen on Green. And Anderson kicks to Aldridge. Outside for Gasol. San Antonio with the new 24. Parker against Conley. Pass to Anderson. Gasol a screen. 4 seconds left. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
He can beat you from long range, mid range. That time, Aldridge draws the foul inside.
And that one falls for LaMarcus Aldridge.
Decent when he entered the league. Aldridge has turned himself into a phenomenal free throw shooter.
The Grizzlies making a switch here. Evans is checked in. And so LaMarcus Aldridge nails them both.
It's a luxury to have a big man who can shoot free throws this way.
Conley kicks to Gasol. He feeds it to Green. And it's sent back by Aldridge. And a fast break now for the Spurs. Green with the ball, and that one's good. Parker.
Well-timed play. Parker sets up ready to catch and fire, and the pass is on point.
Left side Gasol. Over Gasol. From out on the wing, he knocks it down. 14 points for Marc Gasol. Spurs trail by 4. Parker kicks to Green. Gasol a screen. The dish to Green. Gasol a screen on Evans. 5 on the clock. The Spurs need to get a shot off here. Anderson's shot is off. And the Grizzlies leading by 4. And Evans the basket on the assist by Gasol. Gasol's got his 4th assist in this one. San Antonio's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the 4th. Parker with no one around. Green with the rebound. Green's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Evans attacking, and so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Love the veracity of Evans when he's attacking the cup. He's looking for the foul.
Gentlemen, 2 shots. Move shots.
throw good. Tyreek Evans. Both good from the line that time. Spurs trail by 8. Good looking screen by Gasol. Gasol, a screen on Conley. Parker passes to Green. To the middle. Here's Aldridge. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Green's got his 6th assist on the night.
Almost automatic from there. Aldridge using his length to full advantage inside.
Gasol setting the pick for Conley. An easy layup after coming off the pick. And the Grizzlies lead by 8.
You got to give a ton of credit to the screener. That play easily opened up the easy layup for his teammate.
Here's Parker. And Gasol sends it back.
And really credit their advantage on the backboard. That's where the lead has been built, and that's why they are in control.
Now here's Conley to the paint. They kick it out to Green. Back to Gasol. They shoot again. No good that time.
Just great at getting after it defensively, forcing guys into tough shots.
Yeah, to be successful, you've got to protect the paint. He rises to that challenge.
Now here's Gasol. Off target with the jump hook.
Coming out of halftime, he wanted to start strong, yet the opposite happened.
And it's Evans missing. Spurs trail by 8. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Anderson wide open. Once again off the mark by San Antonio.
And they could have used that trying to cut into this league. He's been off all night.
Conley kicks to Gasol. Good D by Gasol. San Antonio's gone into a funk from downtown in the 4th. Only one of their 5 3-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. Memphis leading by 6. Conley dishes to Green. Basket counts.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
Now here's Parker. He kicks to Aldridge. Green, the screen. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
In my opinion, last season, the best of Mike Conley's career. He upped his scoring to over 20 points a game. At the same time, his most efficient offensive season.
And the first one at the line is good. And like a lot of the Grizzlies, Conley shooting a lot more threes.
He is. He's also gotten even better in his in-between game. Those floaters, he's even increased that. And he has great balance right now to his game.
Both free throws good from Aldridge. Memphis leading by 6. Now Conley. Parsons outside from beyond the arc. That shot is off. So the Spurs will take it the other way.
And they get the rebound, but guys, that's been the issue throughout the game.
His marksmanship this quarter has been unbelievable, yet they still trail in this game.
The Grizzlies shooting 43% for the game. Parker against Conley. And Gasol sends it back. And they get it back. Now here's Parker. And the wide open shot from Green. And it's good on the assist by Parker.
see, that's money. Important point in this game. Danny Green takes it upon himself.
Memphis has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Conley, the pass to Gasol. Evans, a screen on Gasol. To the inside. It's stolen by Green. And it's Parker in the corner. Stolen by Conley. In the corner, Parsons with it. Drills the three-pointer. And the Grizzlies lead by 4.
He's the kind of player you expect to step up with a big shot. Chandler Parsons coming through.
Gasol, a screen on Conley. Here's Aldridge. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. Aldridge has got 24 points.
Understanding the importance of momentum here, LaMarcus takes matters into his own hands.
Gasol kicks to Green. And now in transition is Parker. Here we go. Anderson the screen. Parker dishes to Anderson. To the paint, Aldridge. Oh, wow, a huge basket to tie the game. Aldridge has got 18 points just in the second half. 1:02 left in the fourth quarter. Parsons sets a screen for Conley. And goaltending is going to be the call. So they get the basket there anyway.
Well, who just got too aggressive. You've got to play smart. Got to it on the way down. And that's a big whistle.
San Antonio calls timeout. They're down by 2. There's 53 seconds left in the game. And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Marc Gasol.
And he's put on a terrific show of skill in the paint. A combination of moves, footwork, and that soft touch down low. It's all added up to one dominant performance for the big fella.
There's 53 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Anderson is screen on Conley. Aldridge against Green. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Green. There's Parker with the 3. He can't get it to go. And Memphis the other way now. Guys, they're not going to be in any rush on this possession.
Not with the lead. Now's the time to burn some clock.
They set the pick. Conley kicks to Evans. It falls.
What more can you ask for?
Phenomenal here in the clutch. This is what fans tune in to see.
San Antonio calls timeout. They're trailing by 4. 19 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
And this huddle up about 2 things, the quick shot and then the quick foul.
And you're right. And if they do get the bucket, you love to foul someone who isn't automatic from the line. That would take good denial of the ball on the inbounds.
The drive by Green. It's in! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
And this is what superstars do. LaMarcus rises to the challenge with the game on the line.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let him dribble the game out.
And so they foul intentionally.
Gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
Gets the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead.
Mike Conley, the former 4th overall pick in 2011, he's such a steady hand at that point guard position.
And so both free throws are good, and it's a 4-point ball game.
And that's curtains for him. Some really good work at the charity stripe to close this one out.
And here's Gasol outside. Parsons with the rebound. And they stop the clock as soon as they can with the intentional foul.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
Two shots.
He drops the first one, and that puts them up by 5. So he gets them both, and it's a 6-point ball game. Harker can't get it to fall. So it's Memphis picking up the win. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for him, Greg. They really had to work for this win.
Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, weaker teams might have buckled at the end with the crowd amped up, everyone in the building kind of rooting against you, but they stood tall and pulled it out.
Well said. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. Mark, how do you break down what went well for your team in winning this game tonight?
Just good all-around night. We believe that in the fourth quarter, I think we did a good job of, staying in the game. We just believe. On to the next one.
Yeah, this is a veteran team, and you guys showed your experience down the stretch. Thanks, Mark. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up. Now for Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA here on 2K Sports. See you later.